In this video, we explore the beautiful and thought-provoking story known as The Game of Fate. This ancient moral tale carries deep lessons about destiny, wisdom, and the mysterious ways in which life unfolds. It reminds us that no matter how intelligent or capable a person may be, there are moments when destiny takes control, and human effort alone cannot change what is meant to be. The story begins with a man who is wise, hardworking, and full of ambition. He believes that through intelligence and planning, he can shape his life the way he wants. But one day, he encounters a series of unexpected events that challenge everything he believes about control and destiny. Despite his best efforts, things keep going wrong, and he begins to wonder why. In his search for answers, he meets a sage who tells him that life is not always governed by human logic. Sometimes it is guided by divine wisdom that we cannot see or understand. The sage explains that a person's destiny is like a hidden thread woven by the hands of the Almighty. No matter how hard one tries to pull it in a different direction, it eventually follows the path set by the divine plan. Through this meeting, the man learns that true intelligence lies not in trying to fight destiny, but in understanding and accepting it with faith. Wisdom and effort are important, but they must be balanced with trust in God's will. The story beautifully highlights that those whom Allah protects, no harm can reach them, and those who lose divine favor, no one can save them. As the story unfolds, we are reminded that life is a combination of human effort and divine decision. We must use our minds, but we must also keep our hearts open to the unseen wisdom of fate. The tale teaches humility, patience, and surrender to the greater plan that guides every moment of existence. In the end, the game of fate is not about defeat or loss. It is about learning to walk the path of life with trust, knowing that every twist and turn has meaning. Whether success or failure, joy or sorrow, each is part of a divine game that shapes our souls and brings us closer to understanding our Creator's wisdom. This story continues to inspire because it speaks to everyone who has ever questioned why things happen the way they do. It reminds us to keep faith, stay patient, and trust that in the grand game of fate, everything happens for a reason, known or unknown, seen or unseen. As time passes, the man who once relied only on his own strength begins to see life differently. He no longer rushes into decisions or complains when things do not go his way. Instead, he starts observing the world around him more deeply. He notices how every creature, from the smallest bird to the tallest tree, follows a rhythm set by nature, a rhythm that no one can control, but everyone must live within. This realization humbles him. He begins to understand that wisdom is not just about knowing what to do. It is also about knowing when to let go. One day, the same man faces another challenge. A severe drought hits his village, and the people are filled with fear and worry. Many lose hope and start blaming fate for their suffering. But the man, who once would have done the same, now chooses a different path. He gathers the villagers and says, "We cannot control the rain, but we can control our faith. Let us pray, let us work, and let us wait with patience. What belongs to us will find its way." The people listen to him, and slowly, hope returns to their hearts. They begin helping each other, sharing what little food and water they have. Even in hardship, they learn to find peace. Days later, when the rain finally falls, the man looks up at the sky with tears in his eyes. He whispers, "Now I understand. Destiny may test us, but it never abandons us." From that day on, he becomes known as a man of balance, one who believes in effort but never forgets faith. People come to him for advice, and he always tells them the same thing. Do your best, but leave the rest to Allah. The one who trusts in His plan walks with peace, even through storms. The story of the game of fate continues to echo through generations. It teaches that destiny is not our enemy, it is our unseen guide. Sometimes, what looks like loss is actually protection. What feels like delay is preparation. And what seems impossible is simply waiting for the right time. The moral of this timeless story is simple yet profound. Our minds are a gift, but our faith is a light. When both work together, we walk the path of wisdom. When we rely on one and forget the other, we stumble. Life's greatest strength lies in trusting that every event, good or bad, carries a hidden blessing. In the end, the man's journey reminds us all that fate is not a punishment, but a test of understanding. When we stop fighting destiny and start flowing with it, we discover peace beyond imagination. That is the true secret of life. The perfect balance between reason and surrender, between wisdom and faith, between effort and destiny.